So we're standing here at the Ritz-Carlton in Orlando, Florida. It's a sunny day. Sun is shining for the first time since we actually arrived. So Gilbert Holmgren, you are the COO of Archer Scandinavia. I'm doing this interview as actually the colleague of Gilbert, of course. You all know that. So very nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
And you look excellent.
Thank you.
What have you been experienced? What is the big takeoff from this event with Erconia here in Orlando 2019?
Well, we met a whole bunch of great people here, from doctors and the manufacturers from Erconia, and a lovely Erconia family, of course. And the topic for this is to address the big picture in the world. You can use a laser in a small area to prevent pain. But we are looking for the problem in the society, like obesity, autism and Alzheimer. And that kind of problem are huge, and it costs a lot of money for us as citizens of the world. So, and the one connecting thing addressing these big topics is Erconia laser. And why? How is that? That they are addressing the root of the problem. And so when we can solve the root problem for obesity, Alzheimer and autism, we can also save the people in the world.
Yeah. And it was really interesting to hear the medical doctor, Dr. Cesar Lara, the other day, talking about obesity actually as a chronic disease that affecting the fat cells. What is your reflection on that one?
It's a health problem, not a beauty problem.
Yeah.
And if you see it in that point of view as a health problem, you can actually moderate and balance the health in your body, and you can do that targeting the fat cells. And when you turn the unhealthy fat cell into a healthy one, you can live longer. Because if you only target obesity as not a disease instead of a weight problem, it will come back, yeah. And you will still have a bad health.
Yeah. And what we see a lot in the health industry today is they're using cold sculpting and liposuction and different methods that actually kills off the fat cells. Yeah. It's like I have a chronic pain in my elbow. Let's cut off the elbow. We try to cure it instead.
Yeah. We have two problems about that.
Yeah.
One problem is that you can't use cold sculpting on obese people because you can only use it locally on thin people. If you go about 30 BMI, which the most of the obesity people are, you are forced to go to other methods as the Erconia low-level laser, as Serona and Verju. Yeah. So you can't actually use that method. And a second part is when you freeze or harm or kill or remove a fat cell, you also mess up the endocrine system, and you lose the ability to create the hormones for your body and proteins that are necessary for you.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I mean, if you look at the big picture, as we started this conversation, I mean, we look at like alcoholism or drug abuse, opioids, and all this. It's chronic diseases that are actually working with the brain, the dopamine response and stuff like that. And we're actually saying that obesity is also like a chronic disease that is in the same spectrum, so to speak. I mean, we're targeting fat cell that is into the endocrine system, which is connected with the brain through the vagus nerve and the insular cortex, and everything is connected.
Yes.
So we shouldn't be killing off the fat cells. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, to killing off the fat cell is a short-term solution.
Yeah.
If you look at the perspective of a health issue and in the combination with good diet and doctors in training and the low-level laser to actually do the work in the fat cell and empty it, you have a package who will help the people to go on for life with a healthy lifestyle. And when you preserve the fat cell, now turn from bad to healthy ones, they can help you to cope the achievement to get weight loss.
Yeah. And there is actually clinical level 1 studies behind the technology that Erconia is presenting in this area.
Yeah, the beauty is that we only use machines that have a clinical level 1, double blind placebo and randomized control. Yeah. And if you look further to what it actually means, is to mean that neither the patient or neither the doctor know if you have a sham device or if you have a real device.
Yeah.
So
And
you
the
can't fool the system.
Yeah, and the sham device is what?
LED.
LED.
It doesn't work.
Yeah, and LED is what a lot of companies are marketing as something very good for your health.
LED is great for skin condition and other things, but not for this.
Yeah. Very nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Yeah, you too.